Hey everyone, it's Brandy. I just wanted to hop on and do another project share. This is a card share. I haven't been die cutting since my last video. I have just been making cards up with some scraps, mainly from this Jen Hatfield Home Plus Made, the same one that I used a lot of the die cutting, that I used for die cutting a lot of like the the switch and all that stuff dies. I made up a bunch of cards using the scraps from that, and then I also used made some cards up just using scraps, period. And then using some of the cut aparts from that paper kit. So these are like super, like perfect for cards. It says, hi, thinking of you, I miss you. I don't have a lot of sympathy cards, so some of these kind of remind me of like sympathy cards. So now I have a few in my stash. So I wanted to share those. So first I'm going to share the ones that I didn't use that paper with. These are used just with some scraps that I pulled out of my basket underneath me. Yeah, so I'm going to share those. So this is like a card, like a big card that was folded. I don't know what it came from. I think it was just in something that I had gotten. But I put it in my scraps so I could use it. So I just used the main part. It says friendships are sewn one stitch at a time. So I thought that was cute. And then I added this doily type thing. It's the Elena Craft heart die. So that I thought was super cute. And then I used I Am So Thankful for You. I used this white or this orange paper that was in my scraps. And then some string down the middle. So super cute. This one just says, I miss you. So perfect. Cards are perfect to use up scraps. This one says, thank you. And again, I used some of my circles that I had in my stash that I like to keep a bunch of right next to me because I love using them for my cards and my scrapbook layouts. So there's those. And then here's a few more using a piece of paper I had in my stash. In my scraps. So this one says congratulations, and that's using this plaid type paper. This one says thank you, again using the circles that I have in a container right next to me. This one says you are in my prayers, and this one says thank you very much. So those are the ones just pulling random scraps out of my bin. Now these are using the papers from that collection. This one says feel better soon. I just used a bunch of squares and rectangles and just kind of plopped them onto here. It's really cool looking, very layered. Love it. And then this, I just used the strips, some strips of paper right here, thinking of you. This one says with sympathy, and I just ripped the paper and then put some strips along there. So hopefully this gives you some ideas and inspiration on how to use your scraps. This one right here, I just ripped a bunch of paper up and then kind of made a collage on a piece of white cardstock. I don't know if I shared these. No, I don't think I shared these ones. I did on my Instagram and my Facebook, so I don't think I shared them on here. If I have any repeats, I am so sorry. I share on my Facebook group, I share on Instagram, and then I kind of forget where else I've shared. So, I'm not even sure if I shared these. So, this one says happy birthday, using some of the papers in the stash, or in the collection, and then the marker in the background. It's just these like outline markers my friend got me. They sent it to me. I believe it was my friend Maria. I think she sent these to me. I think they were actually on my wish list. I don't remember why, but I put them on there. So, or she thought they were cool. I'm not sure. But it says cards, rock, metal, ceramics, wood, glass, plastic, and porcelain. You can use these on. So yeah, I use a bunch of those I have over here just so I could try them out, and they have kind of a sheen to them. And I believe you can get those on Amazon. This one says happy birthday. And then so does this one. Can never have too many birthday cards. I love birthday cards. This one says thank you. This one says you are in my prayers. And the butterfly was just in my die cuts that I just was trying to use up. Happy birthday. Because I figure if I use them, then I can just make more and use up more scraps, because I love using my scraps. I try not to use a bunch of my solid cardstock as much as possible, except for like my scrapbook layouts I use a lot of. That's where I get a lot of my scraps. Or if I need a specific color, like green. Green is one of my ones that I like to use for like a lot of our trails and stuff like that, or to die cut leaves and stuff. And a lot of times I don't have a lot of green in my scrap stash, so a lot of times I gotta cut into solid cardstock for that, like a full sheet. But very rarely do I cut full sheets of cardstock for cards and for scrapbook layouts. I try to use just my scraps for cards. So there's that. And then this time I just used a lot of, I was just trying to use up some paper pads, like some 6x6 paper pads that I have, because I have a ton in my stash and I haven't used them, and they've been in my stash for a very long time, and I figure if I use them, that's what they're made for, and then it makes room for new stuff. So this one is made using the, you know, the binding strips that are on paper pads that have the holes in them. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. So I got a paper pad right here that I have this popped up on. So the binding strips right here, these things, oops, these things right here with the hole in them, what I did is I used those. I'm going to pop this back up. And the hole I covered with this white piece of paper. So it's just a bunch, oops, it's just a bunch of those strips put together onto a card. And then here's a bunch of random, oops, I got two cards there. Random strips of paper. And then this, the same thing, I use the binding strips that you typically throw away. I use those to make this card. So, and I put the black right there to cover the holes. So there's that. And then same with this one. So you gotta try to get as much as you can out of those paper pads, because paper is expensive these days, and you might as well use as much as you can. Get as much out of it as you can. This one, I layered up a butterfly with some black and gray. I already had them cut out in my stash, because I have a container over here of a bunch of butterflies. Right here. It's a sandwich container, and I have it in a drawer over here. So I just kind of looked through there to see if I could find anything. So, right there, I made those. And then here's this one. It says feel better soon. This one, I use that ribbon again, right here. It says I'm so thankful for you, and I used it in the middle, right there. This one says you make me so happy, and I used some random strip of ribbon also that was in my stash. I had it just sitting in my ribbon drawer on top, so I just grabbed it and it worked out. It's perfect color. This one says with sympathy. And then this one says hi, and again with that ribbon in between. And I used my glue. I put like a strip of glue right there, and then on the back of my card, my 4 by 5 1/4 card on the front, I put tape on the back of it to hold the ribbon behind it, so that way it wouldn't slip. But yeah, those are my card shares. Hopefully I'll have more coming up. I actually wanted to scrapbook and stuff, like I said in the last video, but I didn't get there. I basically just made more cards because all this stuff was sitting out, and I'm just like, I need to get it off my table. So I just focused on cards, but I do need to actually scrapbook. I am way behind. I was going through pictures today on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I haven't scrapbooked that. I haven't scrapbooked that. I haven't scrapbooked that. I am so far behind, and I just keep taking pictures and pictures and pictures of my daughter. So I'm getting even further behind. But, I mean, I guess one day maybe I'll catch up. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so, and something exciting. My daughter, we rep for a bow company, a local bow company, and then we rep for a necklace company. So she gets pictures taken all the time. She has a pose down. We went to the Y and they had to take our picture, and she did the pose for the guy. Like, the guy pointed the camera at her, and as soon as she pointed the camera at her, she posed. And I'm just like, oh my God. So she has like a pose down, but she reps for the necklace company and the bow company and all this stuff. Well, they send out business cards for you to pass out to people and stuff like that. You get one with every order. Well, Brooklyn we got sent a bunch of business cards in this last order because she is on their business card. So if you need necklaces, hats, hair glitter, like hats for boys, even necklaces for boys, bracelets for boys, sunnies for boys, custom sunnies. She loves their sunnies, their sunglasses, and they decorate them and stuff like that. This last pair that she got, she absolutely loves, but she has this one that says Miss America on it. So it's a very good company. We really like them. Super fast on shipping. Great company. So if you ever want to check them out, right here, Brooklyn is on their business card, which is so exciting. And then here is some information on the back, if you want to know that. And the discount code is PEARL right now. So if you want to save some money when you order, our discount code is PEARL. So, and then our bow company, I should have a business card of them. Yes, I do. My bow company that we rep for is KJS, which this is their business card. So, and then Brooklyn gets a ton of different types of bows, and their customs are amazing. I love their customs. So, yeah, their website's kjscreations.org, but they also have a Facebook group called KJS Creations VIP. So check that out, and I'll try linking it in the description down below. And our code now is Alex. So if you're looking for bows, headbands, head wraps, stuff like that, and even if your babies don't have hair yet, they have these forever bands that you can clip a bow onto. So super great company. We love both of them. But yeah, so now Brooklyn is on their business cards for Posh, so we're super excited about that. She said that she can't wait to show people her business, and that the reason why she kept business cards is because she was probably the most sassiest, is what she said, and said that she wants to rep for them forever. So I don't know, but yeah, check them out. But yeah, anyways, back to the creating and the crafting and all that stuff. So I did make some backgrounds using my sprays. My daughter bought some sprays at Michael's because she wanted sprays like Mommy. Well, Mommy found some on clearance at Michael's. No, Joann's. Joann's had a huge clearance. It was an additional like 25% off their clearance, which isn't much, but it was still a bigger discount. So I was able to pick up some stamp sets that I had been wanting. A lot of Hero Arts stamp sets that I picked up on clearance, and then she picked up some Delusions sprays so that she could spray, which she was having trouble spraying, but she'll get there. But it got me inspired to make my own background, so then I made this one here using mica spray. I'm going to try embossing it with one of the Tim Holtz embossing folders to see how it looks. And then this one I used some Distress Oxides. Same with this one. Just kind of like some plain backgrounds. And then this one, I'm trying to do like a little bit of Halloween fall right now. And again, I used some mica spray, as you can see the shine. I've watched some of Tim's videos whenever he used it. So it's just experimenting with it and seeing how it turns out. But yeah, so I made some backgrounds. So eventually those will be turned into cards. But I made those. I made a bunch of new card bases because I was running low, so I worked on that today. Cut a bunch of my cardstock down, and basically I take 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut it in half, and then I fold it in half and make A2 size cards. So that's the easiest way I found, and kind of like the cheapest way, besides getting like the box cards on clearance and stuff like that, or on sale. So yeah, I believe that's all I've been working on. I haven't worked any further on this die yet. I'm hoping to get back to that because I want to start building up my Christmas card stash and my Christmas projects, because craft show that I do in, when is it, like November, I believe. Typically it's all Christmas based stuff. Like people go there and shop for like Christmas gifts and stuff like that, or like Christmas decor, or stuff to give as Christmas presents, stuff like that. So I actually thought about making some of my frames up that I've done. I've done one in the past that I really liked how it turned out, and I thought about making more. It's where I take a picture frame that's like a mirror from Dollar Tree, and I decorate it all up and stuff like that. I decorate it all up with Halloween die cuts and paper and stuff like that. Put like these little rubber spiders on it and stuff. Turned out really cute. And I thought about making up some of that stuff, maybe like Christmassy or like spring or summer or something like that, for them to give as gifts for like decor. So, and I'm trying out, I'm also thinking about doing bookmarks. Trying out different things just to help get like a little bit of side money, but also bring out my creativity a little bit. Think a little bit outside of the box of like paper crafting, and kind of more of like decor, or more like bookmarks. Everyone can use a bookmark. I mean, a lot of people are doing digital books these days, I guess, but I like bookmarks still. My daughter likes collecting bookmarks. I'm sure she'll want me to make her a bookmark. She loves bookmarks. She likes it when I make stuff, and she loves it when I give it to her. But yeah, so hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty time, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.